that though, hey, welcome to Project Conference here with season 3 and all that stuff. It's good to have you here, Mr. Sage.
Pleasure's all mine.
Yes, yes, yes. And we got a lot to talk about regarding, well, we have about an hour in the show, but let's go ahead and make this
Let's do it.
because I know that you have been working really hard in your lab, and this has been something that's been in the works for quite some time. I've been meaning to talk with you about these things, and I got to say this, sir. How did you get started in making music? I just need to know.
Oh
The world
man.
needs to know.
So it's funny, like for the longest time, I always wanted a lot of my friends were in bands and stuff, and like when I come over, try to play their instruments, like my fingers were just I got sausage fingers, like I couldn't play the guitar. I had no rhythm playing drums, like I couldn't. So I'm like, I have an affinity for music, but like I can't play an instrument live. And one day back in the MySpace era, a friend of mine was like, "Hey, there's this thing called FL Studio. You can make beats and stuff." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So it was like a demo version, like you couldn't save your progress. And then at the time, there weren't really any YouTube tutorials, so I was just like, really, it was a real slow burn, and just tried to learn, how to work the software, a little bit more about music theory, and then later on, much later on, learn some of the finer things like mastering and all that stuff. So yeah, it was definitely a slow process, but I think I started releasing music maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, um, and I'm glad. And my advice to all artists that are starting out: don't start putting stuff out on Spotify with a distributor or whatever. Like the SoundCloud, yeah, SoundCloud's great to get started, get your music out. YouTube, get creative with like music videos, stuff like that, and just learn what your genre is or genres are. Take your time and sit with it. Don't jump for the fame and releasing music right away. But yeah, so I just kept going at that, uh, and then basically, yeah, the rest is history.
Oh, wow. And how many, hey, roughly, how long have you been doing it?
So the whole like tinkering around probably started in high school. And how old am I now? Like 39. I gotta do the math now. That's how old I am. So yeah, like it started in high school, and again, very basic stuff. Like I would start by like downloading songs and like chopping them up and putting them together and seeing what that sounds like. And then eventually, when I got my hands on like FL Studio, started learning stuff from scratch. I had a lot of friends that were DJs and stuff, but I was like, this is cool and all, but I really want to make music myself. And respect, no hate to DJs at all. Like what they do, I could never do what they do. But yeah, I just really wanted to work on the music myself. So I guess, yeah, since high school, so maybe 20-ish years or so
Nice.
total, with only like 3 or 4 of them of me actually know what I'm doing. So
Hey, the magic works though, man. A lot of your music has been blasting through jams, and that is friggin' awesome.
appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. It means a lot. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yes. And shout outs to Rogue Effects for mentioning you to me, and that was really cool. You know what I mean? I love
Yeah,
it when
yeah,
like
yeah.
the network works. And then ever since
Yes, yes.
then, I mean, I've seen your work from what you do and Temple of the Bear, and even some other remixes that you have done. It's just been awesome. By the way, about
Mhm.
the Temple of the Bear reference to the NFL team.
No, actually, so the guy I work with, Jason, he came up with the because he was like, I got to think of, do you have any suggestions? And I was like, I don't know, everything I came up with was cheesy, and he came up with Temple of the Bear, no reference, not referencing the Chicago Bears at all. So I don't know if he knows of the Chicago Bears. I know, the NFL's been pretty famous down in the UK for, they when they go and play in London, but I doubt it was a Chicago Bears reference. But it worked for me, man.
Hey, it
I
does.
don't hate it.
Shoot.
I don't hate
Like
it.
when that one music video y'all had of the bear sitting there doing the DJ, and I was like, yeah.
That's that's all Jace, man. He's he's like, I got something cooking for you. I was like, oh Lord. And then I like how the joke you made is like, "Hey, boo boo."
Yeah.
Like
Can
that.
I get a ticket,
I
base?
was laughing. That was hilarious, man. But that
Oh,
was pretty
yeah.
cool.
Hey,
It
I
was
grew
pretty
up
cool.
with Yogi Bear and stuff like that,
Oh
dude.
yeah.
It's just
Oh
like,
yeah.
you know,
Same here, man.
it was just
Same
perfect for
here.
the time. It would have either been that or, you know, Smokey.
Right, right.
Oh,
So yeah,
man.
just guys, man.
Dude, but you guys really knocked that out of the park. I'm definitely looking forward to more Temple of the Bear songs, man. Like that
Thank
was
you,
just
thank you.
awesome. But hey, Silver
Thank
Stage though, that's always a win too. And not to mention the remixes
you.
that you have done for various people in the community. And it's just like
Yes.
when you find the time to do it. I mean, a lot of people ask me, like, you know, how do I find the time to do things? But I gotta ask you how you find the time to do it.
Oh man, because you're really consistent with your stuff. So shout out to you for sticking to it.
Oh, thank you.
Like that's the standard I'm shooting for, man. Like to be organized and scheduled like you. But yeah, man, I don't know the time that I have. I don't like to start something if I know I'm going to get interrupted. So there's a wife and the kids and work and
Hmm.
my mom and stuff. So it's like there's all this stuff going on, and so a lot of the times the time that I have to myself is like at night. So it's like usually sleep is that what's getting sacrificed to make that time. And that's the quiet time. Everybody's asleep. Nobody's gonna wake up unless one of the kids wakes up in the middle of the night, says I want a snack or something. Like, other than that, that's kind of been my time. So, you know, beforehand, I had a lot more time to get stuff done. Like, I think one of the first albums I put out, I put it together in a month, and like that's unheard of for me right now. Right now, I get a request for, someone to score an episode of something, and it's like months to get it over with. I think one time I was working with Rogue Effects, Andrew, and he's like, um, he sent me the song to remix, and I took way too long that, he messaged me. He's like, "Hey, mate, just checking in, seeing if you." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I just got caught up in a bunch of things." And part of the problem is me biting off to like way more than I can chew. My wife grounds me sometimes. She tells me, you got to set your boundaries, and it's hard to set the boundaries because I love doing it so much. So I'm like, yes, let me get more of that. So, but yeah, just realizing that I have a finite amount of time and just do it as much as I can, the couple hours at night that I can. And that's where it's at right now.
Oh yeah. I mean, I totally get that, my brother. I mean, like, shout outs to Mrs. Sage for that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to get me a Mrs. J man to go ahead and keep me
Yep.
on clock.
Waka waka waka.
You know what I mean? Yep.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
dude. I mean, like, cause I mean, the work that I have seen, you've done great, man. That's why I'm always
Thank
like, you know, stay with it, make the time
thank you. Thank
count,
you.
and never overdo yourself and stuff like that.
Of course, of
So,
course.
because I mean, you want to enjoy it. You know what I mean? It's your journey,
Yeah,
and it is a
yeah, yeah.
marathon and not a sprint. So,
Exactly, exactly. The minute it starts becoming like a job, then I'm not gonna like it, or
yeah,
something that I'm forcing. So yeah, I really want to continue to enjoy it, and that's important to me.
because there is that moment where it's how low's the pay? I'm just
Right.
no, I'm,
I know,
playing.
right?
I'm
It's
playing.
always. It's usually the non-artists. It's like, so how much do you get paid? I'm just like, it's not about that. It's not about that. It never
Notice
is.
when it comes to people who do that too, it's always like pocket watching. I'm like, will you quit pocket watching?
Right?
You know?
Exactly. There's nothing wrong. Like, some guys, put up beats for sale, like for like a singer or rapper wants to buy their beats, and nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Nothing. Like I couldn't sell any of the stuff that I make because like that's mine. But I guess as a hustle, it would be very plausible for artists to, you know, make beats on the side, and there's websites. I don't know which ones exactly that you can put those beats up. We'll pick them up for 20, 50, $100 sometimes. So it's good advice for someone who really wants to make money with music.
Oh yeah.
Definitely don't count on the streaming fees that you're gonna. It's gonna be a minute to make some. So, but I think that's a good way for beginners if they want to make a quick buck is to sell their beats, straight up and go from there.
Oh yeah, that's always cool, bro. And the thing is, I'm
Mhm,
glad you're giving good advice like that because there's a lot of people that always ask,
mhm.
"How do you make the bag?" And it's like, well, you know what? You take your time and you go ahead and you
Yeah.
figure out what works for you. Now, if you want to license that out, do it,
Mhm,
but just
mhm.
be,
Yep.
just be careful about anything because you know how the
Of
business
course.
is, and that goes for any
Of course.
industry.
Right, right, absolutely, absolutely. And then what's good about that advice is, if you're, selling the beats and just putting the fee out there right out, you don't have to worry about a lot of the other stuff later on.
Mm,
But if you do want credit, for example, that that's when you start getting to a little bit more of the politics and stuff. So,
mm,
but yeah, I think it's a great way. Nothing wrong with someone wanting to make money. Like I'm privileged enough to have a job that pays the bills, and then I get to do this. Some guys they got nothing on them except their musical talent, and that's the only way they can feed themselves. And so, for those guys, the story is different. And I recognize that, and I recognize that privilege. It's like you know, whether it's musicians, comedians, any kind of creative, really, that they kind of throw everything away and they pursue this thing, and that really helps refine their craft. Is you know appealing to an audience, still making it their own, but so yeah, I just want to put that out there as just recognizing that I'm lucky enough to not have to depend on my music, to not have that pressure to make a buck off of it, and do what I want to do creatively with it.
yeah.
That's the blessing. Mhm.
And that's the best way to be about it, man. Especially
Mhm.
staying
Yeah,
positive. Have you noticed that there are a lot of people online who have done as a career and now they're all like just hanging on the ropes? You know what I mean? Look like Popeye
yeah,
before he gets the spinach. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, ooh, what happened
right,
to you?
right, right. Before he got spinach.
I mean, like for real.
Right.
Good. I
Looking
mean,
like
like,
olive oil, man.
maybe if we look at music like Olive Oil, it just she fickle and she's with the other guy at the beginning. But eventually, when you get the second
You
win,
know?
you'll get her
Yeah. Man, who would have knew Popeye would be such a great, analogy.
back. Hey, man,
You
don't get
like your classic cartoons, Jay, I noticed.
oh, yeah, yeah, I mean, because, like, it was real and visceral and tells you
It was, man. It
unlike,
was. That used to hype me up, man, when Popeye would get the spinach, I was like, "Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, boy, get him, like, come on."
dude. His arm be talking to him.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah,
Tattoos moving. That was a good cartoon, man. That was a
yeah.
good cartoon.
Oh, hey, dude, I got like a special collection of classic stuff. I'll have to run
Oh,
them
no
by you
kidding.
sometime because I mean,
Okay, yeah, yeah,
uh,
for
you know,
sure.
because we on your time right now, so we'll talk
Mhm.
about that on the other collab show of J360
You
lineups. But
you got
yes,
it. You
yes, people, there's another one. Anyway, back. Hey, but you know what though? We should go ahead and get them started. Give them a taste of Silver Sage. Um, wow, there's a so much. Don't take it that way. But give them a night. See that look on your face?
Man, that went over my head, my bad. I know I should know better, man. I should
Oh,
know better.
wait till the replay. Anyway, but all right. I think we should go ahead and give the audience a taste of Silver Sage and get the whole thing started here with the music for them. So I think the
Hmm.
first one that we're gonna get for our top four lineup today. Yeah, I know people will say top five, but no, top four on Project Conference. Uh, yes, like the Four Horsemen.
That's
We
right.
have this is a good one. The
Mm.
Stoics. We're gonna have to talk about this one after we're done listening to it, brother.
You got it, chief.
Yo, man, Stoics is a motivational song there, Mr. Sage. You outdid yourself with that one. And that's the first song of the lineup.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
How long did it take you to make that? I mean, that was really cool.
That one way longer than it should have. So I really I really wanted to work on something in that track. So I was watching this live DJ set at Tomorrowland, and I think it was Charlotte DeWitt, and she's like great techno DJ. And then it was like a similar track, like it had like these like this choir and like huge drums and like huge techno beat. And I was like, yeah, I want to make something like that. That's pretty cool. And it was fairly new to me because techno is, especially if you go minimalist. Um, I understood this before I even like got into music. I was like, if this, a lot of the minimalist music really needs to be well produced, because if you got nothing but a kick and a bass going, like it's got to be clean, it's got to sound good. And so I clocked it at like I think 8 months of constantly tweaking that thing. And it's not like it was the only thing I worked on. Obviously, like I worked on it a little bit while I was working on other stuff. I had the idea down, basic idea and arrangement down pretty much like right away, but it was just the tweaking of, a lot of those low end elements. So it's not sounding too muddy, and it's still like not 100% up to my standards, I think, but it was good enough where I was like, you know what? That's when you start like thinking of like the advice that people give, like you're always going to want it to be better. Just put it out there. And so I did. And then it was based on, so when I first came up with my artist name, Silvr Sage, I studied philosophy as a minor because I really liked philosophy. I took one intro class, and then I was like, oh, I like this. So I started to take more. I was going to double major and have that be a major, but my parents would kill me if I took too long in college and majored in philosophy. but whatever. I really like philosophy, and Stoicism is it's really making a comeback, because you got a lot of, so there's Broicism, not to be confused with Stoicism. That's more like, because Stoicism is about understanding that what happens in life, if it's good, then it's good for you. If it's bad, it's an obstacle that you learn from. And they a lot of the aspects of it is like some of the, there's compassion in there and justice and, discipline. And I think a lot of the broicists kind of miss that aspect of it. And so, yeah, it's making a comeback nonetheless. And I really wanted something to really hammer in that my love for that philosophy. And so, yeah, that's kind of what was driving that, that song to production. And so, yeah, that's how that one came about.
Oh, nice. I mean, because
Mhm.
when I heard that, I mean, I was deep in the trenches with the upgrade saga and working on everything, and I was like, "Is that the song?
Yeah,
What is that?" Then
yeah.
I heard that song come right through there for that
Mhm.
jams episode. I was like, "Yeah, I'm back now,"
Oh yeah,
and went
that
right
one's
on
meant to
into
pump
it.
you up, man.
Yep.
Yep, yep,
Hey, like the Popeye reference earlier, that was my spinach. So
yep,
that worked for
yep,
me to get through
yep.
what I need to get through. And managed to
Absolutely.
get quite a bit of things done. So thank you. I gotta
You're
tell you
welcome.
that.
You're welcome.
Like,
Absolutely,
I
absolutely.
mean, I remember one time we were on jams and like, I was talking about the Greek myth. I said, the thing about Greek myths is everybody's angry and everybody's fucking, man. You know what I mean? Like I think Kratos had the right
That's what I'm
idea.
saying. Yes, 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 yes. So true, so true. It's
Guys,
like just you guys just need to chill, man. Just
you know,
just have a day, man.
exactly. It's
Just
just
relax.
like, oh, Lord. I mean, some of them because of something they did. You know what I mean?
Right, right. Like,
You
damn, you
could be
guys are
just enjoying
chill.
your day, and then
Like
all of a sudden,
fighting fornicane. Like, come on.
I mean,
Like,
and at the end of the day, I would hate to be a king, man. I would hate to be a king in Greek myths time because anytime the gods
nah,
would do something, it could be either your
you got a
daughter,
target on your back.
your wife. anything. It's like,
Mm-mm.
and
Mm-mm.
God help you if you stumble upon Artemis naked or something. You know what I mean? It's like
It's like what? It's like I'm not going near. I'm not.
I was trying to hunt an elk. What are you doing?
Damn it, Artemis,
Yep.
get me in trouble.
Oh Lord, man. I mean, shoot, those stories. I was like, they're good stories, but when I was playing God of War, I was like, I don't feel no pity for this. You brought this on yourselves.
Well, obviously, it's like they got to make the story dramatic to make build lessons from them. But still, like you guys got to chill, man.
Right. Like when you think about it, it's like, hey, hey, I might be a demigod and Zeus might be dead and all, but he ain't shit either. I know. Things like that.
Especially if it's the Marvel Zeus, man. Like,
Yeah, that story there, that's weird too. You know what I mean?
what's his name? Yeah, that was kind of weird. That was kind of weird.
Well,
I was like, what
honestly,
Zeus?
yeah, Marvel Olympian universe is weird.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
just to name a few,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I
Very
definitely
well done.
love Stoics, man. That was well
Thanks, man.
well
Thank you.
done. Way to go. And
Appreciate
you know what? Someday we might talk philosophy sometime on the other show.
You got it. You got it. Yeah, I tried. I stopped myself right there. I was like, "Oh no, you got to pull back from this. I'm not going down this rabbit hole on this. It's not what we're here to do right now."
I know, I know. And you know what? There's another song that you made that is just similar to Stoics, but we'll get to that one a little bit later, though. I do want to talk to you about this collaborative song that you made with Lisa Marie Perkins that is
Mhm.
really blowing up the charts right now. This is really good, sir. It's called Whisper Feather,
Thank
and I
you.
seen like the music video that was made to it. I would like that on JM's TV, by the way. But
Okay.
gotta say it.
Okay. You got it. Got
But
it. Got to
oh
put the
my
look.
god, like where did this come from?
So, Lisa, me and her, a lot of the music that we like a lot of the same music. Whether it's synthwave stuff or going back to like some of the early 2000s trance that was popular. And every now and then she'll post this song, and I was like, I didn't know anybody knew this song except for me and a handful of other people. And she's like, yeah, of course. So it's like a running joke that like she'll post a song I haven't heard in a while, and I was like, oh, you know this song. So um, basically, I was working on, so I work with a podcast. It's an audio drama series called Tubular Teens with Titans, which is incredible. It's based off Power Rangers, but like if the characters had more depth to them,
Nice.
and it's an audio drama, and so they needed this is like their third season, and they needed a new soundtrack, a new theme song. And the writer Dwayne, he was like, I need something that sounds um, uh, like something from the 90s, early 80s. And so I started working on something, and I liked it too much. I was like, ooh, this, and it wasn't really fitting the bill. And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna just make this a side project of mine. So I put together the song, and Lisa, she's busy. She's constantly work with other artists. Like I was like, look, Lisa, like I made this. I think you would be great if you sang on this. Um, and I wasn't expecting to hear like from and respectfully, like I was like, take it whenever you get some time. I think like within a week, she's like, I got lyrics down, and she sends it, and I was like, oh yeah, this is better than I thought, man. This is way better than I thought. And so yeah, they just put it together, released it, and yeah, I really like what she did with it. Like she definitely made that track what it is. So much respect to
Yeah.
her.
And you guys' harmony was just woo.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
so happy you shared that on my show. I was like, yes, yes.
I know, man. I could feel it. I was like, Jay's having a moment. I
Oh
was like,
yeah,
thank you.
dude. It was
That's the
one of the
best kind of
best
compliment.
moments. Ah,
Always. I appreciate that, man. It meant a
shoot.
lot. Meant a lot.
Hey, that and Stokes was burned on my first J360 Jams disc of the
Mm,
year that I went ahead and put
that's
in.
right.
Yeah, I
That's
went
right.
ahead and
That's
put
right.
it on my CD player. I was like, yes, it's too good. It's too good, y'all. We can't leave this on MP3. And if they don't know about it, they're going to know about it now because that is the next song coming up. It's Silvr
Oh, yeah.
Sage and Lisa Marie Perkins with Whisper Feather.
Mirror back all the halos you gave so effortlessly. Thank you for your kindness, the light will always keep. Thank you for reminding me what matters most. You held me high, you held me low. Thank you for your kindness. You made the dark disappear. You made the dark disappear. Out of sight. You made the dark disappear. Out of sight.
And okay, Whisper Feathers. Nicely done, sir. And to Lisa Marie Perkins. I'm
Of
looking forward
course,
to
of
more
course.
magic from y'all because I know there's got to be more where that came from.
Probably. I don't want to bug her too much because I feel like after that we released that, I was like, "Ooh, I might have another one." But I was like, "Let me give it a beat. Let me give some other artists a chance to work with her."
Oh,
You
yeah.
know. But yeah, definitely, she hasn't seen the end of me, so yeah, there's more to come.
Very cool. Very cool. Because collabs, man, that just goes to show the network works. So I love that.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
not to
Like
mention,
I started out very, very like solo minded. Like I don't want to do any collabs. I was listening to a previous episode of yours. I think was it Sean Raven? Was it? I
oh,
think
yeah.
he echoed kind of a similar thing. He was saying like I started out like I'm very protective of my music. I don't want kind of like control freak type of thing. but then I start with the collabs and the remixes, and sometimes like you get something that's better than the sum of just two people working. So
Yeah.
and then a lot of the artists help me stretch in like the different genres and stuff like that, and so you learn a lot from it.
Yeah.
It's definitely
So, it's always good to do that. You know what I mean? Like, you meet some pretty good associates, you meet some pretty good friends out of the deal, and then, hey, make a whole epic sound. And there's a lot of great ventures in it. It's just all about getting out of your shell and doing it,
Absolutely.
and then making sure you stay away from the one that throws their resume around like life starts and stops at that convenience. You get out of
Come
here
on.
with that. Well, you getting a raise? Read it. Yeah.
What is that?
It's wild to me, bro. I mean, like I see it every week. Come see my label. Get out. Hey, I had to throw that in there. But going back to the interview and everything, I like what you're doing, and stay on that, sir. That is always cool because you got a good supporting cast. So that's what's really awesome about it.
Of course, yes.
I have to also say, as we're coming up on the third one right now, Alhawaa, right? Did I say that right on the show? I'm just wondering.
No, there's a funny story behind that, because when you said that, I was like, oh, that should have been the name of the song, because there's a sample in there where the guy says Alhawaa, which basically means like let's go in Arabic, right? I was like, oh, that would actually be a good title for it, but I just named it. It's Alhawaa, which means like so it's like ALA, and so it worked. What you said worked, but I already set up everything, so I'm like, you can call it whatever you want. It works both ways, honestly.
Hey, I will call it epic because that also helped my tribal ancestry come back in a big way. And I was like, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I was ready to go ahead and fight back for freedoms that people don't know about.
That's the idea, man. That's the idea.
It was well done, sir. And you know what?
Thank you.
Again, we need to go ahead and give the audience a nice taste of it. Actually, nice taste. Guzzle that down. This is all for everybody. Everybody in. Dig in, y'all. All right. Go ahead and say the name again, sir, because I don't want to butcher it.
It's all right. It's fine, because there's a I in there. There's Alhawaa.
All right, by
means like
Silvr Sage.
yes. Go ahead.
الهوى يا ما رمان الهوى وش بيصير يا ابن العمي إذا التقينا سوا الهوى يا ما رمان الهوى وش بيصير يا ابن العمي إذا التقينا سوا
God, that was awesome. Iowa. Well, hey, look, man, that's just the way it
Thank you.
rolls. But it's just
It's
an
cool,
amazing
man.
song.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you.
You know, like bringing about the tribal ancestry, making me want to keep the
Yeah.
fight alive. I'm in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, man. So I like basically with that one, so those are like lyrics from traditional folk Palestinian songs.
Oh,
And you
no.
hear them a lot in like, weddings and stuff, small get-togethers around weddings. And but yeah, I wanted like a futuristic vibe to it, a dance vibe, maybe
Mhm.
something that will be played at weddings, maybe, because like the Arab and Palestinian weddings, they're cool and all, but I think a lot of the songs are like overplayed.
Oh,
Every now and then some new song comes about and they're playing that at the weddings now. It's like, all right, cool. So hopefully this one will be one to be played at some future weddings.
yeah, I think so, man. That'll work. Cause hey, let's just be perfectly honest. But the way the dating game is, it's a battle, sir. And now we about to go to more war. I mean, why haven't we been? That's why I'm getting my own room. Anyway,
Love is a battlefield.
yep. Pat Benatar knew what she was talking about, boy.
She did. She did.
Yeah, speaking of which, what lady am I going to be fighting for in my Rolodex? Let me see.
Mrs. J Man, waka waka waka.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Hey, like I say, it's getting to that. No, I better not. We'll say that for another episode or something.
You got it. You got it.
Pour too much gas right here, make a fire.
I shouldn't encourage this.
Hey, man, it's all good. But you know what
You
though?
got it.
I do remember you talking about streaming earlier, and I usually ask this question to a lot of people during the show and everything. Which one do you think is better, really, for like any kind of artist? Do you think Bandcamp is the best, or do you think Spotify and all the outlets are the best? Like, what course of direction?
Um, so obviously Bandcamp, uh, just just out of principle, I think Bandcamp is really good because that's direct cash that can go to the artist, and they have a good philosophy behind supporting artists, and no, like a no nonsense type of deal. So obviously um, artists get your music on Bandcamp, and try to support, and there's also merch as well, that you can get from artists. But other than that, it's like a toss up. I don't know exactly what the numbers are, but YouTube, Apple, Spotify, all these guys, um, I I'll have to check the numbers, but honestly, a lot of them are all kind of in the same bucket in terms of like percentage. It's still like a percentage of a cent for
Mhm.
streams. Um, but yeah, so Bandcamp is kind of the way to go. And then obviously, those who want to sell beats, that's a different story. Definitely look up some websites where you can do that, and you can definitely rake in some cash if that's what you're going after. So
Yeah. And I was thinking about
mhm.
that a lot because, see, as you know, try to find alternative platforms don't always do what like everybody does. You know what I mean? Like changing it
Yeah,
up is always a challenge, but the thing is to always have like that one that works best for you. And that's why I always ask that question because a lot of you guys do things differently, and that's always a good thing. Like how
yeah,
some
yeah.
people have their own website, some people don't, stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, and so like some, for me, for example, some platforms, one song does great on another platform, or another song is doing great. So I think especially at this level of uh, fandom, which is very little, you see that a lot. If it's a more popular artist, if you look up, I don't know, Madonna right now, it's like going to be the same top song probably across all her. I don't know why I picked Madonna, but whatever.
I
But
mean, she's quite good.
like,
I think Chicago native, right? Isn't that where she's from?
is she really?
I don't know, man. Maybe I shouldn't say too much. I don't know any better.
Mm. No,
Forgive me.
it'd be a shame if she wasn't. I had no idea, but
Forgive me. I've been drinking.
anyway, not nuts.
Just messing.
I'll fact check you afterwards.
No,
But
all right. Well, you know,
yeah.
if she is or if she isn't, she
Well,
did.
that'd be surprising. That'd be surprising.
Mm,
Yeah,
I mean,
but
she did make a stellar amount of songs, so you know, hey.
she did. But you know what was born in Chicago was house music.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
right. That's right. That's right.
And
So
I feel like when I
yeah.
looked at what was it, Rick Dees and all the rest of those idiots went out there in the Wrigley Field and did what they did. I was like, you know what? At the end of the day, if you don't like it, you ain't got to worry about it because you just
Yeah,
made it even better than what it was. Ain't killed nothing.
right, right,
All that I
right.
said.
Exactly.
You know
Yeah,
what?
that
That's why
was
I said
hilarious.
it's good that I'm based in Philadelphia because if I wasn't, what did you do to my damn field? That's what I would have been like.
Yeah, it's a city of brotherly love, man. They're not burning records in the outfield or anything
Well,
like
what haven't we burned? But anyway, you know,
that.
no, but we ain't do nothing like that. That's the thing.
No.
Especially you over here with even with Delaware standards, it's like, you know, you're like, what? No. Of course, at
Like,
the end of the
really?
day, they'll fight you for their country music. Uh,
But that's the thing. Then that's why I love the electronic dance music and anything that stemmed from disco and house or anything
oh
like
yeah.
it's all revolutionary music one way or the other.
Mhm.
There's always something either political or revolutionary or sticking up to the man or supporting the marginalized in the music, and that's what's so awesome about it.
Yeah.
um, some people would be like, what does this electronic beat have to do with politics? I'm like, just to give you one example, they when they were banning raves, when they were like on the news, like, well, it's 8 o'clock or whatever, where is your child at? And like they were banning raves, so playing an electronic dance music record in public was a form of revolution in that sense. And that's just like a one shallow example. There's plenty of like, when house, when the warehouses were going on in Chicago, this is where like marginalized groups all came together. Doesn't matter what color you are, your orientation, none of that. It was like everybody in one building, like humping the speaker on the sound system, like all doing the same thing. So it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a
Oh
beautiful
yeah.
thing.
And that's why we need to keep those art forms alive, man. It's time to keep
Yes.
it moving, keep it going strong. You know, I never
Hmm.
listen to people that try to say, well, everything's been done and outplayed. I always say, like, really? Is that why we're all doing new stuff?
Right, right. No. I mean, I feel like it's good when everything starts sounding the same. It really pushes people to think beyond convention and really digging deep and think of something new. Like every popular artist in history has like pushed the boundaries a little bit or a lot. And you know, just because there's less of that now doesn't mean that it's not possible. So,
Exactly.
like the one guy I think posted something like, stop making music. All music has been made already. There's nothing new to make. It's like, no, they're like, okay, sit your ass down. No, there's plenty more to make in any art form, really. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, it's just, I think, yeah, it is challenging to think of newer ways or newer things to do art in general, but that's the beauty of it, is just pushes people to the edge to kind of push that frontier a little bit.
Mhm. And at the end of the day, that's just one person's opinion. Don't make that your opinion, you know?
True that.
But,
That's why I like your style, Jay.
yep. Now,
You're the
that
man.
being said, everybody, when you hear stuff like that, just remember that that person is wrong and a moron.
We're doing these PSAs now after the show.
Hey, I just had to throw that in, but you know,
I like
yes,
that.
why not?
I like it. The more you know.
Hey, you know, make it different.
Very nice.
Yes. Hey, speaking of which, though, we're gonna have to wrap up the show really, really good. Now, by the way, man, this song that's
Hmm.
coming up right here, Streets of Sage, hey, you know, I'm all for it. Battle through the streets. Go ahead and fight for what's right. And you even put yourself on the
Yes.
label.
Yes. Yes.
That is
You know what?
cool.
That's right, man. That's right. Because that's how a lot of us feel right now. It's like nothing but good
Hey,
old
blast
fashioned.
processing, bro. Blast processing.
That's right, man. That's right.
Dude, let's get that 16-bit goodness up in here.
Yes.
Take it away. So, Streets of Sage, huh? Been over there kicking some ass, I see. Making them go, ooh.
Man, I used to love Streets of Rage growing up, and
Same.
always had the baddest music playing,
Yeah.
and so like obviously the music itself in this song is not inspired by the video, but it's more like the vibe of like the current political climate, and it's just you just want to get kick some ass. So it's
Yeah.
like that's kind of where I channeled that. So so yeah, I wanted something. That one, it started off, I was like, I want to do something with like hip hop drums, and then it quickly turned. It was just like a little bit more of an old school house type of track, and it's all over the place. There's like this desert sounding theme going, and then there's like guitar riffs. It is kind of all over the place, but yeah, like that main part of the song is really like old school house driven. So yeah, that's where that one came out of.
You did a great job, man. That's why we had to have that for the finale tonight. I was like, yes.
Okay.
Burned
My
right
pleasure.
through.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
man. And actually, when is that coming out, by the way? Because I know the other ones have been released.
Oh, I don't know yet. 'Cause I gotta
Me now.
kind of look at what. So this is all gonna be part of an album that I'm hoping to release this year, later this year.
Oh, nice.
So as we get closer to that, we'll let you know. I was working on. I don't know if it's gonna be a full music video or just like a clip of like animating actual gameplay of me is in the game. And so I had like a minute or so tested, and I showed a few people. um it takes much respect to people who animate stuff, because it's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
getting like sprites done, and then granted, if you have the right technology or right software, it goes easier. I was just using regular video um, technology, and so like movie making technology, and so it took a while. And so well, we'll see when it's done. Hopefully, I'll share that on socials and let you guys see it.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and reserve a spot for J360 Jams TV for
You got it.
for that time. That's what we
You
got.
got it. You got it. No problem.
Yes, yes, yes. By the way, though, we got to let people know where they can find your music and where they can interact with you, man.
Sure, sure, yeah. I think a good one-stop shop that connects you to everything is silversage.com. And because I'm so edgy and cool, the silver doesn't have an E, so it's SILVR sage .com. And then you can search that on any of your streaming platforms. If you search on Google, Google will say, "Did you mean silver with an E?" So you say, "No, I know what I said. What I said,
Oh
Silver
yeah,
Sage with
put it
that
in its place.
E." Yeah, let it know what to put in its place. And so,
Mhm.
but yeah, silversage.com without the E in silver is probably your best bet.
Awesome, awesome.
Mhm.
And then not to mention, like all your music and everything is there, so they can just chill out, vibe to it. Best way to
Yep, yep.
support you and all.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. If anybody needs like a copy, if they're like DJs, because I don't think I have everything on Bandcamp up. So if anybody ever needs a copy of a track for their DJ sets or what have you, just let me know. I also do music scoring for like a lot of podcasts or audio dramas, and if you need a theme song for your podcast or whatever. I have a lot of that work on the website if you want to check out what I've done, and be happy to assist you with those particular needs.
Cool. And see that's awesome because I got things to talk to you about.
You got it. You
You
got it.
know it. Oh man, dude. But like I said,
Yeah.
since we're getting close to wrapping things up around here and everything, this was a phenomenal interview, man. It felt really fun to talk with you and everything.
Oh
And
man, my
showcase your
pleasure. I was
music.
looking forward to this,
A long
man.
time to make it.
Dude, if you're ever in Chicago, man, you better let me know,
Oh, I will. I definitely
or I
will.
will find you.
I
I will find you.
I said, all right, but chances are I'll probably be in the pizza place, just getting all of it. Everybody, thank you, Silvr Sage, for being here tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. Check out his work if you will. We're gonna go ahead and cut it off from here because we really gotta talk about this hot dog thing. And we ain't got enough time for the show. So, like, comment, and
Yes.
subscribe to J360 Productions, and we'll be back with more stuff coming soon. Later. This is J-Man signing off along with Silvr Sage. Peace.
Peace.
J360 Productions.